Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to your science class. We are learning your first chapter, that is the heating and cooling. In this chapter we include some terminologies, that is the melting, evaporation, condensation and freezing. But before going to these terminologies, let's recall our previous lecture. We learned about the kinetic theory. The kinetic theory tells us about the movement of particle which depends upon the temperature. The higher will be the temperature, the faster will the particles move. So these terminology is directly related to that kinetic theory. Number first one is the melting. Melting tells us about the temperature at which the solid will melt into liquid. Here we are taking the example of the solid ice cube. Why? Because the water is the universal solvent and it exists three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gases. Evaporation. Evaporation is the process of turning liquid into vapors. Here we include a natural example, that is the ocean and the sun. When this oceanic water receives the heat energy from the sun, it converts slowly or gradually its water into the vapors. Focused here I use the word slowly or gradually. It means this process takes some period of time and doesn't happen at once to convert the liquid into the vapors. Condensation. Condensation is the process of a gas changing into a liquid. The bestest example of the condensation is your bathroom mirror. After a shower, your bathroom is filled with the steam water vapor from the hot water. When it hits the cold glass of the mirror, it turns back to the water and forms the tiny droplets. Water cycle. The water cycle is done by the major components, that is known as the evaporation or the condensation. When the river, streams, small lakes receive the precipitation, precipitation is the snowfall or the rainfall. It runs evaporation and the condensation process to run the process of the water cycle. The freezing point. The temperature at which water changes from a liquid to a solid. The freezing point of the water is 0 degrees centigrade or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So the losing or the gaining of heat can change these states of matter, liquid to solid, solid to gas, and this run. In all this process, the mass is conserved. In this change of states, only the behavior of the particle changes, the actual particles remain the same all the time. Therefore, the total mass of the substance never can be changed. So students, may I hope you get all these points from the today's lecture. Stay home, stay safe, and we will meet again in the next class. Allah Hafiz.